What's up, guys? This is Kazi from cleverprogrammer.com. Hopefully this is working. We'll find out shortly. Capture device. All right, can I fix the screen size? Okay. All right. Hey guys, what's up? So hopefully this chat is working. I can see the chat. I can speak with you guys. Wow, the caption is working live. I think I just saw that. The caption is working live. What's up, Ali Zain? What is up, Polo Yasin? What is up, Mike Matic? What is up, Richard? Hello, everyone. This is really great. Sina, Gaming Hub, Uday, what's up? Fahim, Irfan. Thank you, Gaming Hub. Hi. So yeah, one of the things that I want to figure out is what type of content do you guys want to see on this channel more of? And I just wanted to have like an open-ended discussion because I don't think I've ever really done that before. And I also love connecting with everybody from this platform. If there is anybody who wants to message me on IG, I would love to get on a live video call with you. So you guys can like message me directly on my Instagram, which is cleverkazi, and that way I can actually do even a live Q&A. So if you have a question for me, it's almost like how Gary V or somebody would just have a Q&A segment. This way I get to actually speak with you directly, which would be super, super cool. Because YouTube doesn't allow me to speak directly with you. All right. Mike says, watching from Michigan. Cool. Tanvir, we need your life story. Make videos on Selenium automation using Python. Okay, that's great. I can do something along those lines. Because the problem that's happening is I like coding. I'm not spending a lot of time coding anymore. Most of my time is actually spent sharing freelancing knowledge with people, software development. Like that's actually the stuff that I really enjoy doing. I still like coding, but because I have to run Clever Programmer, make content for you guys, work with Aaron and Frankie and Rachel and the whole team in general, it makes it really tough for me to find time to code. And if I find time to code for myself, then it's really hard to then also make content for you guys and what would help you the most. Because I also think about it like this. Yes, I can make content on technical coding, but then I'm also not sure how much that helps you because there's so much technical training out there online. Like there's Udemy, there's Udacity, there's Pluralsight, there's Coursera, there's Team Treehouse. It's like millions of resources with technical trainings. But I feel like a lot of people are not talking about how freelancing works and how you can actually use Craigslist or how can you use platforms like Wyzant or People Per Hour or Code Mentor. So those are some of the things that I'm thinking about, and those are the kind of the things I want to have a discussion around. Give me 1 second, guys. Aaron is here. You can record some of it from the camera too, so if we get any good clips. Okay. Easy. Okay, I'm going to check IG, guys. I'm going to check my Instagram. My Instagram is cleverkazi. Cleverkazi. That's my Instagram. So if anybody wants a video call with me, you can message me there right now. And okay. Yeah, because if you message me here, then we can actually even get on a call. All right, let's see what's going on. How do you get coaching clients online? So that's a really great question. Just please be a little bit careful. That's a really great question. There are a lot of online platforms. So for example, I'll just share my screen with you guys. There we go. So you could go to platforms like Craigslist, okay? Or you could go to platforms like Wyzant. Okay, this is where everybody from India complains that they don't have Wyzant in their country. So just find the equivalent, like people per hour is an equivalent, or Code Mentor IO is an equivalent, or Upwork works for you, like works for everyone. Fiverr works for everyone. Fiverr.com. Okay, so before you're from another country and you start complaining, which is my least favorite part of any piece of content that I make, I always get complaints from Pakistan, India, Russia. That doesn't work in our country. Yes, just Google like its equivalent. So whatever is the equivalent that works, right? So here, Fiverr will work for you as well. Probably Craigslist works for you. But if you're in the US, you should use something like Wyzant, and you will get so many people from here. Like if I go to and I type in Python and I click get help, you will see people charging $75 an hour, $40 an hour. Alexander is charging $59. Jeff is charging $50. Gene Benoit, who I have actually worked with, he's my Facebook friend as well. He charges $160 an hour. So really, it stretches from 35 to 160 to beyond, and you can have like 3 to 6 months of experience, and you can jump on this platform and be charging 35 to 50 an hour. You don't need 20 years of experience. Like if I have 20 years of experience, I'd be charging $200 to $300 an hour, and you could charge that. It's just some people choose to charge a little bit lower, but like 30 an hour. So Wyzant is a great platform. Take Lessons is another great platform. It's a pretty good platform too. Just between Wyzant and Take Lessons, like I scaled my income to like $80,000 to $90,000 a year. Like these two platforms, literally these two. And then you add in Craigslist into the mix. And then you go next level. So really, like, there are a lot of these platforms that just do the marketing for you to teach somebody coding, or for you to actually, for you to teach somebody coding, or you could take it to the next level, meaning you can do freelancing here as well. Let me go back and stop that and jump back on. Okay. Let's see what is happening. So that hopefully answers your question. Technical for Roz. Be Motivated says, I'm a JavaScript developer. Should I join this course? This course is a lot about freelancing. Like I know it's called Earn 1K with Python, but there's a little bit of technical training, but honestly, mostly is how to freelance. So that's really the main thing. So if you are interested in freelancing, then join this course. If you're not interested in freelancing, then no, don't join this course. Vashinav says, do we need prior Python skills for Earn 1K with Python? You don't. It like helps you build on whether you're beginner or intermediate or advanced, it's just focus on the soft skills for freelancing. Okay, Aditya says, because then only you can give services to your clients. Cool. Easy says, yes, apart from Wyzant and Take Lessons, because they're not for foreigners. Yeah, he says, sweet. There you go. Cool. AJ says, you're also a freelancer or not? So yeah, I'm a freelancer. I was a freelancer. Now I pretty much run a business, but you have to think about what makes a freelancer good. It's to be able to get and retain clients. So I used to have 1 client, 2 clients at a time, 4 clients, 15 clients. Now that I'm running an online business, I have over 3,600 clients, or 3,600 plus customers. So now I'm able to take that freelancing skill and scale it across. And that's what, I'm doing in my business. Want to have a video call with you. Okay, what to include in bio and on these platforms. In bio, you can include really it depends like on to you. So for example, I have students from Clever Programmer. So I'll share with you guys some of their profiles. Okay. All right, so here we go. I will share my screen. Cool. All right, so here I have the student Jessie Springer. Here's her like take lessons profile, and again, you can have a pretty similar profile wherever you are. Really, doesn't really matter that much. So you got this profile right here. You could take a picture of it or grab the URL, whatever, and you can look at this profile. And this profile has been working pretty well for her. We have another student, if I can find him, Casey, to have his profile. I don't have his profile right here. Okay, so that's not a problem. But yeah, Jessie also got a client from Wyzant, which was pretty cool. So this is a testimonial that she ended up getting from it. And another one of the students from Clever Programmer, she made this post a while ago. She's like, she started tutoring using Wyzant, and she ended up landing her first session in 72 hours. So it really depends on what skill level you're at. Like if you are a beginner, intermediate, advanced, that matters. Because if you have no skills right now, then it's really hard for you to teach somebody coding. But even if you have 3 months of experience, you have a lot of people that are behind you, and then you can teach them. So let me get out of here. Let's go back to OBS. Pop this open. All right, I'm gonna go look at your guys' chat now. Okay, data science. Yeah, if you're good in math, Python, doesn't matter. Yeah, any language is good for you. If you're a beginner, Upwork is tougher. I would go to Wyzant, take lessons, and start from there. People per hour or whatever, like the alternatives in other countries. Okay. Thank you, Sina, for saying love your videos. Yeah, that could be cool, making a project. Becoming a freelancer, I mean, could take you from a few months to a few years. Depends. Aurelian, what's going on, my man? Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing more videos on my personal. I'm starting like a personal brand on Rafik Hazi, and so I'm going to be doing a lot more business related videos on that channel, because when I started posting them here, they just were not performing well at all, because most people here are not really, most people at Clever Programmer aren't really interested in business. They're more interested in Python and freelancing. So I'm going to make this channel more specific to that, but more like personal brand Rafik Hazi content. I'm going to be talking about like making my first $1 million. I'm doing a series on that. I'm going to talk about like how I grew and scaled my business. I'm going to talk about how I actually worked on Clever Programmer and taught people at scale and everything. So the content on my personal brand is going to be more business related, and I'm going to talk about like how a lot of other developers are killing it too, because the teaching industry is really huge. So like John Sonmez from Simple Programmer has made over $3 million from teaching at Pluralsight. And, Brad Hussey is doing really well teaching. Rob Percival on Udemy is doing really well. And CS Dojo and Siraj Raval and Sean something and Coding Phase. And the list of coding celebrities and people who are teaching coding online is just massive now. Before it used to be just like the new Boston, and that was kind of it. And now it's just so many people. It's insane. Yeah, easy. Thank you, bro. Yeah. I'm almost there, easy. Almost there. So I'm making a series called Road to My First Million. And we as a whole company are very close, We have very small profit margin because we just invest in the whole business, like constantly. I have a team of people. We're creating content. So the expenses are also really high, like over like $30,000 a month in expenses. So it's pretty intense, but we're focused just all on growth. We're keeping no profit. We're just reinvesting back into the business and like growing it. The name of the new channel will just be Rafik Hazi. I think I still haven't made the channel yet. And hey, what's up, Nicholas? How's it going? Oh, people are messaging me on Instagram. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start getting on a few calls. So I'm getting on a call with Ahmed Faraz. He DM'd me on Instagram, so I'm just hitting him up. If he doesn't pick up, then we're gonna move on to the next person. He didn't join. Okay, let's go to Hari. Also, Hilder says, I'm currently working at McDonald's while I'm studying, but I would really like to freelance or teach programming on the side. You're helping me so much with that. Yeah, perfect. Can you jump on a call with me? Aurelian, you can message me. Like, I would like to get on a call with Hilder and Aurelian. So again, Instagram is Clever Kazi. You can DM me there. But yeah, that's really smart, man. How you're working at McDonald's and then you're studying and then you're also trying to like freelance. You can be using those platforms that I showed you, and you can be earning a good income on the side. Like you can be earning a really good income. You definitely $1,000 to $2,000. Like that's not that hard. You can grind. You get one client. Let's just say you landed one client for $35 an hour, and then you just work your way up. I'll open up Google Docs and let's just fucking talk. Let's just talk through some of the math. So, freelancing software, freelancing math. All right, so I'll share my screen here. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. Okay, so let's say you get, okay, let's go like that. You get one client at $35 an hour. Okay. Whoops. Okay, let's even be more conservative. Let's just say $25 an hour. People on Wyzant, Take Lessons, all these platforms charge higher. Again, if you're in a different country, just please do if you're in another country, like I'll just make a note. If you are not in United States, just Google equivalent platforms and convert the dollars into your own currency. Okay, so for example, like $25 an hour might you might have difficulty charging that in another country if you're working with a local person and you're not working with somebody from the US. So then just do whatever is like going to be good income for you. Like I know that my cousins in in Pakistan literally make like $200 a month and they're super happy. So just do the math and then convert it. I'm just going to speak for the US market, okay? Like my whole talk is going to be specific. So then convert it into your own thing. All right. So if you have a client and you're making $25 an hour from one client and can you call him or something? He keeps calling me. Okay. So let's say you're doing 25 an hour. Now, 4 hours. So like, let's say you have 4 sessions. So one session, you get paid 25, right? $25. Cool. Now, generally what I like to do is I like to do like 1.5 session. So if I'm working with the client, instead of doing doing 25, I'll do 1.5 session, like one session, but make it 1.5 hour long. So each of my sessions teaching someone coding would be 1.5 hours. Okay. And really what that means is I can charge them a little bit higher. So I might charge them, like, let's just say you can charge them 35. Okay. So for 1.5 hours, you might charge them 35. You might give them a little bit of a discount, Okay. So this is what you're charging one client. Now, generally, you meet with each client once a week. So if you meet them 4x a month, that's 35 times 4. That's $140 from one client. Okay. 140 times 12. That's going to be over the course of a year. So one client is for 1 year. Okay. Okay. So now I know a lot of you guys are going to college or a lot of you have to like pay off the college debt. It's such an easy way to do this, guys. It's such an easy way to pay off your college debt. Another thing I want to mention is I pretty much got a master's education without paying for it. Like I went to Oakton Community College, but I got a master's education because I had a client, John Navarro, if I can find his profile on LinkedIn. This was the client that I was working with one-on-one. And you can see him on LinkedIn right here. And I started working with him, and he was going for his Master's of Science in Analytics. So he was going to school in Chicago as well. Because I was teaching him coding and he was paying me for it, I was getting his education. Because every time he had a project, he would share it with me so then I could work on it and try to help him. He learned it on his own. I didn't do the work for him, but I helped him through the process. Okay. So that's kind of the main thing I want you to get out of it. Like you're getting an education as well when you're teaching other people, and you can save a lot of money potentially. Like if you're getting a master's education, the master's education might be worth $50K plus. And if you're just teaching somebody, they're literally paying you. Like how absurd is that? They're literally paying you to get a master's education. So that's pretty crazy to me. Okay. So one client for you is 140, right? If you scale that up, now it just depends. It's just up to you. If you scale that up to 10 clients, right? Or you increase the number of hours that you're putting in with each client. Like sometimes you'll have a client and you can put in 2 to 3 hours at a time with them. So you're charging them 50 or 75 or $100 per session, right? So then you have a little bit more leverage. But in this case, if you have, let's say, 5 clients, that will be $700 a month. And it'll also be, oops, 1680. 8. Now, this is just like, okay. So like, this is a pretty good side hustle, you know? You can, from just a few clients, you could be scaling it to $8,400 a year. But if you now start playing with the levers where you're charging a lot more hourly, and then you're doing a lot more hours, and then you have a bunch of clients, now you start getting into levers where you can be really scaling your income. But honestly, for most of you guys, if you're even bringing in $5,000 to $8,000 on the side extra in a whole year, all right, let's just say in a whole year you're bringing that, that's pretty damn good. And you don't have to drive Uber to make your money. You are making your income while working on the most important skill, which is going to be 1, coding, and 2, freelancing. So those are like the most important skills, I guess, right? So you're getting 2 really amazing things out of it, which to me is really fascinating, because if I'm improving in both at the same time, that's really amazing, right? And bonus is you're getting a free education, because you'll have clients who are going to coding boot camps. Like, you'll have clients that are going to dev boot camp. You'll have clients who are going to coding dojo. You'll have clients who are going to a full stack academy. Like, all those big boot camps, coding boot camps, right? Like Thinkful. You'll get clients from Thinkful. You get clients from Coding Dojo. If I were you guys, I would be actually in a coding boot. Like, if you want to be smart, what I would do is this. I've actually joined Thinkful. I've been through their boot camp. It's a pretty cool boot camp. But what I would literally do is I would join the boot camp, Thinkful. It's like $500 a month or something. Okay. I would join the coding boot camp, Thinkful. Then I would just help everyone wherever I could, and then I would just land clients from within it, from Thinkful. Like, you'll get really high quality clients, and they have the money to pay you, because otherwise they can't join the program for Thinkful. All right, so that's just one example of being creative. But if you don't even want to be creative, you're on Wyzant. Just apply like to 20 to 50 people a day. If you start doing that, you're gonna see good results. Let me come back and just see where everybody's at. Okay. Wow, okay. Could you do a video on how to get the best freelance jobs? Yeah, I've done some videos around that. I have some videos around that for sure online. Huh. Tony Sue says, stalking you before I sleep. Perfect. always go on Google Hangout or such. Um, yeah, Aurelian, hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get you to call on my phone. Wondering, here's a good thing that we can do, I think. I think this is pretty smart. So I'll try this. Give me a second. I'll do this. I have a good idea. I'm going to get a link for you guys where you can actually leave me a voice message and then I can answer that for you and also turn it into a podcast, which is pretty cool. So like provide value to a lot of people at scale, and then people will also get to hear your voice. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to figure out how this thing works. Okay. All right, so here it is. I'm going to drop this link in the chat. Here it is. Leave me a voice message. So I just dropped the link. You can actually leave me a voice message there. And if you leave me a voice message there, you can kind of ask me whatever type of question you want, business related or coding related. And I will try my best to answer it for you, and it'll turn into a podcast, which is going to be pretty dope. The page is going to look something like this. It'll look something like this, and then I think you just kind of pick your mic, and then you just hit start recording now. Okay. All right. William Kirk says, hey, how's it going? Working at Walmart, but would like to learn to code and freelance. I would also like to do some work for your guys' company. To work for an experienced developer teacher is worth it. Awesome. If you want to work for us, William, like definitely send us an email or message me on Instagram. Like just connect with me one-on-one. That'd be the best. And then I'll jump on a call with you. Yeah, so learning to code freelance, it's a very important skill, my man. It's going to be really helpful if you get down both of the skills by teaching it. You don't have to be like super experienced. You can start teaching it like kind of right away. So I think you're going to win if you do that. I want to share an idea with you guys. One of the things I'm really interested in doing is I want to do a live, almost like a television type of coding show. So what that means is, and I don't mean like live as in on YouTube. That would be cool too. Like I think I would like to do that. But what I mean is like a documentary series where any of you guys come into Los Angeles where I'm at, and for the first few people, I'll offer like a free boot camp. And I actually might do that for a lot of people. So it'll just be like complimentary. The only thing is that I'll record it with my team, and so we'll document the entire experience, but it'll be me working with you in person on teaching you coding skills and also helping you with freelancing. So you'll kind of get the best of the both worlds, hopefully, and we'll work together on things. So I think that could be something really, really dope. I've had this idea. My friend Adil helped me come up with it, and then I wanted to just run it by you guys and ask you, what do you think? Is this something that we should do? Is this something I should actually do? Yeah, and yeah, if you guys come to like, later, what I'm gonna be doing is like creating an application form for everybody to apply, and then like anybody who wants to be a contestant on the show can apply, and then once they're selected, they get to come in and work with me for like, again, I won't charge them, and we just work like all in. We go all in and then work together on it. I think that could be something really cool. Okay, which course should I take? Shady, yeah, Python, tons of online Python courses, my man. If you just Google it on YouTube, I have a free course as well. You can take that. It's really good. Is there a good place to find practice projects? Yep, Mike, practice projects. If you go to my Python course on YouTube, it's pretty good to start off with. Same answer for you, Salman Ahmed. How to improve your coding skill without freelancing. Polo, again, free courses on YouTube. Spirited, how many time will it take to earn 1K for a complete beginner? It really depends. In my new course, I say it can take you 6 weeks or more. But if you really grind hard, you don't have to be in my program. You can just grind out hard, apply to these platforms, put your head down in code, and it's very possible for you to be on your path to earn 1K. Even if you don't earn 1K in this first 6 weeks, you can get your first client in that time. Tony Sue, okay, awesome, my man. Like, if you want to do it, let's do it. Like, send me your ticket details to Los Angeles, and I think you said somewhere around July something. Anytime after July 25th is fine, and you can come in for 2 to 3 days, and we'll kind of go from there. But I think it'd be phenomenal. But again, you guys have to afford like the flight. You'll have to pay for your stay, like hotel. You'll have to pay for like all your own expenses. You'll have to pay for all of your own expenses. But outside of that, I would love to just work with you in person. And if you're like an incredibly qualified applicant, then maybe we can have an exception. But as long as you cover your expenses, you'll be golden. Like, the only person I said could come and work with me, and I'll actually pay for their expenses was, I went to Chicago just recently, and I ran into a Clever Programmer fan, and I ran into him in person. He's 16 years old, and his little brother is 10 years old, and they watch Clever Programmer content like every day, and they're coding, and they're hustlers, and they're starting their own YouTube channel. And then I met them. It was amazing. And then I met their parents. That was amazing. And then I was like, you know what? If you guys come in, I will do it for free for you guys. Like, I'll pay for your expense for staying here and everything. And then I'll actually help you guys. So those kids were really, really phenomenal. Easy says, that's phenomenal. Great idea. Getting ideas raw from the people at your boot camp. Yeah, man. I just really want to connect with everybody that's in the community. Like, it just feels weird. Like, I realize that I don't want to make content and put it out there when I don't actually get that. Like, I want to meet you guys in person, and that gives me just so much oxygen and so much life. Like, every time I do a group coaching call, or I get to speak with you guys in person or one-on-one or in a group, whatever it may be, but that interaction is amazing. Like, right now, this is great too, because you're able to chat with me, but it's so much better if I can just speak with you in person. And the more in person, the better. So, like, my dream is to actually host a live event in LA, make it free for everyone. And then no matter where you guys come in from, it's just a free event, whether it's 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. I want to just go all in and like teach you guys the coding skills, freelancing skills, and like really go hard. And like, I mean, in my shit, like, that's my zone of genius, So in that, I just go hard. And I have my whole team to support you guys as well. And everybody on my team is a fucking genius, These guys are much smarter than I am. So that would be phenomenal. That's something I really want to do. And the more live connection I feel from the people is just unbelievable, because internet makes this like really fake reality where things are views and likes and subscriber counts, and I just don't feel it, and it doesn't make me want to like do anything. But the more I feel like the energy, the more amazing it is, the more exciting it is, and the more I want to do, and I want to help out in any way or shape or form that I can. Tony Sue, cool. Once you mark it down, bro, send me the picture of the flight ticket booked. All right. If you do that today, even better, so then I can lock it down in my calendar. But if you don't do it today, we won't lock it down in the calendar. So if you're coming in July 27th, send me the freaking thing. DM me on IG or something. I know you're in our new course, so you can even share with me there. But that's awesome, and we'll document that journey. Like this, I want to go deeper because I'm kind of tired of making like top 4 programming languages to learn, top 3 programming languages to learn, like top 6 programming languages to learn to get a freelancing job without a college degree. And it's like, I that type of content, like, it kills my soul a little bit every time because it's something that like so surface level that it's not exciting. There's no depth to it. But then it'll go and get 2 million people into the world of programming versus, just because of how algorithms work sometimes, versus like some of my deepest content that actually takes our team months to make. And I bring in like a decade of experience into something and I just go all in, and that will get like a 1,500 views and max out. And so then it's a mixture of how deep do I want to go, how wide, and then how wide. And right now I want to find that balance. But even if I keep creating content that's like more to just reach out to more people in general, I want to have a way to reach out to you guys who are like actually here and you care for this and I care for you and you care for me. Like, I want to be here with you and go as like take it a lot deeper. So that deep level is what I really that I want to bring to this, because I think that was just missing. There was just width in it, but it was hollow. And yeah. So that's kind of what I'm excited about. Easy, awesome. Just sent a voice message. Cool. I'll take a look at that. William says, did it. Okay, cool, William. That's awesome. I'll take a... Let me see if those voice messages are... If I can listen to them from my computer or... I think I have to log in from my phone. So let me actually log in from my phone and hear those. And maybe I can just answer those voice messages for you guys like right now. So let me just take a look at that. Okay, podcast, log out, log in. Cool. Podcast. Oops. That wasn't it. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second. I think this will be some good stuff in these voice messages, and I think it'll bring value to everyone here. Why aren't you checking voice message? Yeah, I'm going to check them right now, Gaming Hub. Damn. Eric says, damn, I'm at work. Replay. Hey, Eric. Eric Williams. That's a very interesting way of spelling Eric, by the way. What's there behind you on the board? Just business stuff. We're focusing on a lot of growth, so we're running ads now, and we're doing all kinds of stuff to like really, because we've been grinding forever. So now we want to make sure the content actually gets seen and people get value from it and all of that. Okay, now I'm here. Now I just have to see where the heck are the voice messages. Okay, I see the voice messages.
Yo, Kazi, sorry about, I'm a bit nervous right now, but yeah, I'd like to ask, like, when it comes to actually coming to code, like, what do you do when, like, you can't find solutions to, like, your coding problems?
Okay, guys, so here is the So here's a message from Easy. I'll play it and then I'll answer it for you.
Oh, Kazi, sorry about. I'm a bit nervous right now, but yeah, I'd like to ask, like, when it comes to actually coming to code, like, what do you do when, like, you can't find solutions to, like, your coding problems on what you call Stack Overflow or like platforms like that to actually solve your coding problems that you're busy with? And like, it's really frustrating. You spend so much time trying to get answers to something that you're stuck on,
Yep.
and like you don't get answers anywhere. What do you do then? Yeah, this is easy, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a very easy question. I love that. So I will create the podcast and answer it live at the same time. So that'll actually be really, really cool. And then once the podcast is out, by the way, the podcast is called Clever Programmer. So I'm starting up the podcast too. And so I'll answer the question here and in the podcast as well. So let's just do it at the same time. Question was, what do you do when you run into a coding problem and you can't solve it? And if you Stack Overflow it or GitHub it or whatever, Google it in any way, Quora, none of those platforms actually help you out and you're kind of stuck. What do you do then? That's a phenomenal question. And here's what you do. You go to Upwork or you go to Fiverr or you go to Code Mentor and you pay somebody to help you. Now, let me explain. It's not the first thing that you do, all right? The first thing that you do is you actually work hard on that problem. I'm assuming you already have done that. You spend hours and hours on that problem. You try to solve it. Take a walk. That helps a lot too, like clearing your brain out. I spend a lot of time on that. Go and ask your peer group for help. Sometimes the problem that you get stuck into, but if you spend a lot of time and a lot of energy and you are just stuck, and I'm talking like you've tried, okay? I'm talking you spent 8 hours and you couldn't figure it out. At some point, there is a huge diminishing return that ends up happening. And it's really, really detrimental to just kind of stick through it, because after a certain point, you're not learning anything. For example, let's say that the Pygame package that you installed, or the Anaconda, you were trying to install the Jupyter Python notebook and it just wasn't working. Or you tried to install, and a lot of people who code, you know this problem. You try to pip install a goddamn package and it just doesn't install and it just doesn't work. That is a type of problem that is not very helpful for you to actually get past and solve and work through and just grind through. You're not going to have this big learning advantage from it. What's actually a lot better at a certain point is just to hire somebody to explain it to you. Because I remember I had this one Pygame. I was trying to make the Pygame module work for like a year and a half. No coding tutorial taught me. None of the environment things that I did worked. It just wouldn't install on my Apple computer in my Linux, no matter what I did. So after 1.5 years of trying, finally I went to this one meetup where somebody was like much better than I was and just helped me install it right away and make it work in the first try. And what I realized was I didn't learn so much from them installing it. It was just a stupid thing I was stuck on. It was just stopping my growth for no reason at all. So the reason why I mentioned go to a teacher and have them teach you, like from a platform like Take Lessons, Wisant, literally pay them. Because you can ask them to teach it to you in a way where you learn. So don't tell them, like, don't just give me the answer. Make me work for it and understand. So they'll give you enough clues and point you in the right direction so you can still have that mental breakthrough, but saves you a lot of time. This is very, very important because the common problem look, if you want to become a developer and you want to go the traditional route, whether you want to freelance or you want to do full-time, right? If you want to go the traditional route, it's going to take you like 3 years to get your first job. That's on average what it takes most people. 2 to 3 years. 4 years maybe. If you want to save your time and get there faster, well, what you do, so right now, let's say you have zero experience, so you're at the bottom. Another person has, let's say, 10 years of experience. Once you start paying that person to help you, you start giving them some of your money, and then you start improving your skill a lot faster than if you just kept that money saved for yourself. You're leveraging time and money, and you're making a trade-off, because money is a replenishable resource, time isn't. So what I did is every money that I made from chess, so I would teach chess for $50 an hour, $35 an hour. I worked my way up, just to prove to people like my, not prove, but like it's kind of cool, I feel like. So if I go to Chesstastic, I have this whole brand around chess. And, I've been coaching. I was coaching for 5 years. I have a website. I have a blog. I have like a bunch of students that I worked with, and they got trophies and all that shit, which is super cool. I've handled a class of 60 kids for 8 hours a day for 2 months in the summer. And it was kids from 6 years old to 10 or something like that. And I have a YouTube around this too. I have a YouTube channel around chess. Anyways, back to my thing. So what I would do is everything that I learned from chess and all the money that I was making from my chess, the $50 I would make, I would pay a developer $25 to teach me for that 1 hour. Then I started thinking of it like every time I charge a client $50, that's 2 hours, that's 1 hour of my time. And if I hire a developer at $25 an hour to teach me coding, that's 2 hours of a professional developer's time. So every 1 hour of my time, I bought 2 hours of a professional developer's time. Then when I increased my hourly rate to say $75 an hour, for every 1 hour of my time, I got 3 hours of a developer's time. You see? This way, I was able to leverage time and money, the arbitrage of underpriced knowledge, and I would just massively scale my skill set in a much quicker time. That's why I was able to start landing jobs in 3 months to 6 months time of me starting to code. This is why, I don't think a lot of people understand this, but I started learning coding in 2015, started working in 2015, started scaling it with freelancing in 2016. 2017, I started Clever Programmer, and that blew up, and then this is 2019 now. I've been working on that. So I had very little coding experience except by spending a lot of time into coding and then leveraging all my money from chess and transferring it to get coding skills from professional developers who taught me laser sharp, precise skills that I needed. I was able to improve faster than most people. So 1 to 2 years of my coding time is equal to most developers, 5 to 8 years. Literally 5 to 8 years. So that is what I would say. If you can't find the answer on Stack Overflow, you hire someone to help you and help you with the breakthrough. That's the answer. Okay. So we got Easy's question. We got the answer. That's pretty dope. It's going to be going to... All right. Hopefully that was helpful, Easy. So I'm just going through the comments. What's going on? Epicode says it sounds really good idea. Great. I love I love your support, Epicode. That's really awesome. I always see you, my man. Thank you so much. Mind over matter. If you're looking for new content, maybe a good idea to do web interviews of different people every week. You could also talk about other tips. Mind over matter, that's phenomenal. By the way, if anybody wants to help out, like, we literally have a job position open for people who want to help out, to like help us land interviews with people. Like, and I know almost everyone would love to do an interview with our platform, and I want to put that content out for you guys as well. So like, if any of you guys want to reach out to like somebody from Google, Netflix, or any company or any developers you have around you and put them in touch with us, I will interview them. Or if you are yourself a developer, I would want to interview you and you put you on the platform and have your voice heard. So mind over matter, that's a great idea. Okay, what else is going on? Okay, I'm going through the messages. Easy says, yeah, I totally get what you're saying about the videos you make on top 4 programming languages and top freelancing jobs. I was addicted to those for the most part. Yeah, Easy. Like, we all are. And that's why I make that content, but it's not the content I believe in the most, you know? So I know, like, we make that content, but then I want to make, like, this, I'm actually enjoying it way more than almost anything that I do. Okay, Mr. Shiv Prasad says, one Django framework, a REST framework, N10 project, great. Samir, so where are you now? I'm in California, Hollywood. Yep, the Gary Vee video was cool. Easy says, then I started looking for jobs, and yeah, it's different when you have to compete for work. I'm building websites just to strengthen my skills. Yeah, when you have to compete for work, it's definitely hard, but you can really stand out if you know how to bring people value, you know, and you demonstrate it to them, so you can stand out with that. Yeah, it's smart to build websites to strengthen your skills as well. Yeah, Easy, you're that's right, you are now famous, my man. You're live. We had your voice message heard. Okay. Easy, that's a sexy accent, by the way, Hilder says. Sure. Yeah. Train up your Python skills, establish a base of operations, short-term gain. Cool. I think I'm not moving fast enough. Sorry, guys. Kazi, I'm watching your videos for a while. I want to do coding and stuff, but I waste my time in watching anime and games. I want your advice to do something and earn in real life. Really want help. I mean, yeah. My friend Tenzin from Woods Dev watched 700 episodes of Naruto in the last 7 days. It happens to us, man. But you gotta get around. You gotta get the fuck out of there, bro. Like, whatever environment you're in, that's something is wrong. You gotta get into an environment. What is up, Aaron?
How's it going, you guys?
So nice to see you, bro.
I know, it's been a while. Happy to see your face.
Thank you, bro. I'm live right now.
I know, that's what I heard.
Yep.
What's up, people?
I'll take some food too.
Alright.
That's great. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, if programming, like, you really gotta get out of that environment. Go to friends and people who are doing stuff in your life. Once you build that momentum of doing stuff, you'll win. Okay, but you just gotta build a momentum of actually doing stuff and getting addicted to the doing. It's a lot of fun. Like, I'm addicted to the doing. That's why I just don't stop. Cool. Eric Williams says, I stepped out of work real quick. Bro, I love the video you did about your lifestyle with programming. Hella motivation while I'm grinding at my computer coding. Also, I'm working at building my network with other programmers and potential job opportunities in LinkedIn. Yo, Eric, that is super smart, my man. Yeah, that's super, super smart, bro. Like, reaching out to people on LinkedIn is so powerful, and just people don't get it. Like, I will show you guys. It's really, really cool. And I don't even take that much advantage of it, but I think everybody in here should. So like, go to LinkedIn, type in Python. All right. And you will literally find people around here. Okay. Look at this. Advanced Python. People results for Python. And you start getting like results. Let's go see all. And let's just go through some of this. Okay. Here is Matthew Para, Python and JavaScript developer. And you can just hit, so now let's click on his profile. And let's see. He's a freelance Python developer, exactly where most people want to be. Take your web application to the next level with Django platform. Cool. Capable of developing and maintaining web backend. Awesome. Great. Worked as a JavaScript freelance developer. So doing both at the same time, JavaScript and Python. Cool. Okay. He's done some stuff with video too. So I'm looking for something relevant to speak to him on. So so you get a few messages that are free, and then after that you gotta pay. But I honestly think like it's so worth even paying for this, because you can just message this person. Like just last week I messaged this person, and she's a Python and Django developer. And I was actually on one of these live group calls, and I just reached out to her and I was like, hello, like Python and Django developer, web developer, freelance, self-employed. So I'm like, I was showing everybody in the group that it's really easy. And then I just hit connect, and then I sent her a message, and then I just said, right here, I was like, hey, just scrolling through and saw that you went to Dev Bootcamp. That's pretty epic. I have a few friends that went to that bootcamp. I'm becoming a Python Django developer myself. I'm curious what made you go there. I'd love to chat and hear your story. Do you have 5 minutes to chat? Okay. So easy. And then she's like, what? She responded literally that same minute, which is crazy. And she goes, sure. Are you in Chicago? So I wasn't in Chicago at the time. I was in LA. But guys, it's like really easy. It's really powerful. You can connect with people who are literally doing the jobs that you want to do, and then you can just reach out to them, and then you can start working with them. Or you can literally would you like, do you know how amazing it would be to grab a coffee with people who are developers and just build relationships with them and not even ask for anything in return? That's the biggest mistake most people make. You're too needy. Like, a lot of people come off too needy and too desperate. So if you meet these people without that weird neediness and desperation, and you just like build relationships with developers, and if you're creative, you can even start like a podcast with developers. But let's not get that creative. Let's just say you want to do something like simple like freelancing. You build a relationship with these people, you'll know exactly what kind of jobs you have to, you know exactly what kind of skills you have to develop. You start to understand exactly what type of skills you need to actually succeed, and they can actually put you in those jobs and help you get those internships. So let's get out of here. Go back. So I think it's very, very powerful, guys. Like, super powerful. I can't emphasize it enough. Funky says Profitable Programmer 3.0. So yeah, Profitable Programmer, right now we're in the 2.0 version, and that program is between $400 to $500. Just depends when you join that program. Sometimes we have a good pricing for it going, otherwise it's going to be $500. So yeah, okay. Eric says network with other programmers and potential job opportunities. LinkedIn. Eric, that's just so smart, my man. Like, most people are just not on that. They don't understand the power of LinkedIn and building those relationships. Cool. What else we got? Eric, yeah, I can reach out to people. Awesome, thank you. Dev Dungeon, if you can be interviewed, message me on Instagram, please. So my Instagram is cleverkazi, and DM me there and give me context, because I'll forget who you are. So message me and say like interview as a developer, and then I'll interview you and we'll share your story on this channel. Or if you know developers, you can put me in touch with. That'd be great too. Yeah, Hilder, yeah, you started teaching Python. You're going to see yourself growing from just even teaching it. So that's powerful. Like, you're currently in the OOP part of Python, even though it's free. Yeah, you're going to grow a lot. My man's got to come back to YouTube. No, Tenzin is not here with me. He's in Chicago, but he'll be here July 10th through 14th for my birthday. CNA, if you don't know anything about coding, where would you start from? I would start from a free coding course online and then go from there. Tony, that's good advice. Cool. Okay, Osama says a video on Node.js. It's more trendy. Cool, that could be fun too, yeah. See developer how to contact you, either email or message on Instagram. Okay, and I'm gonna see what other, I think we got some other voice messages too. So I'll take a look at what other voice messages have we gotten. William sent a message.
Hey Kazi, what's up? This is William. Um, I've been attending school online, but I'm starting to see that what I've been doing is not really something I'm just totally interested in. But from just watching the videos and hearing you talk about different things, I think coding has a great interest and for me, and I believe as long as I keep following some of the things that you guys are putting online, so I kind of want to be taken, I guess, as a student, and looking at you more as a professor or instructor, because honestly, I feel like you're probably better than some of the people they do have that's trying to teach it in the different universities and colleges and stuff. So I plan to keep in touch and just follow, the things that you guys got, and hopefully become like a mastermind at.
I think it just cut off, William. Okay, so it just cut off. But okay, so William, thanks for that. Yeah, we're putting in, we're grinding a lot, and I do want to turn it into a mastermind. I want to start off by doing boot camps with you guys. I think that would be phenomenal. That would be like one of my favorite things to do. Let me add this to the podcast as well. Add message to the thing. And then I'll go and record my voice. Cool. So yeah, like turning it into a mastermind would actually be really unbelievable. Turning it into a boot camp that I do live with you guys would be amazing. Anything where it's live and I want to connect with you and we can connect one-on-one or in person would just be phenomenal. So that's really where I want to take Clever Programmer to. And I'm going to start like pretty soon sending out applications for people to actually book an event and come out to LA and do something live here, because that would be just like the most unbelievable goal. All right, let's see if we have another question. And yeah, guys, so I dropped that link earlier for Anchor. I'll drop it again. And you can drop me your question right there. Cool. Let's see if we're getting a bunch of messages. Philip.
Yeah, so first off, I want to say sorry for my bad mic quality. I know it's shit, I'm on a laptop right now. And the second thing is I'm Hilder, by the way. So yeah, I'm working part-time at McDonald's. But yeah, I would just like to know advice or whatever, how to move forward and how to actually make my dream become reality of earning some money on the side. Because I'm only 17 right now, but I still feel like I need to earn more money so I can make my own living, not to just depend on my parents. So yeah.
Okay, that was an awesome question. We're going to answer it right now. Okay, so Philip Helding, aka Hilder, in the live chat asked, I am trying to make my dreams come true. I'm currently working at McDonald's. How can I increase and get more side income and then ultimately not depend on my parents? Hilder, phenomenal question, my man. Look, I think you're doing a lot of things right. You're already working and trying to earn an income. You're already studying. I remember from your comments earlier. Again, I would emphasize you need to start going on those platforms I keep mentioning about Wise Ant, Take Lessons, Craigslist, People Per Hour, Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr, whatever they are, like make profiles on all of them. It'll take you 45 minutes to make profiles on all of them, and that will be like the most profitable 45 minutes of your life, or if not of your life, then definitely, important to help you boost up your side income. And then reaching out on those platforms on a daily basis, because I'm telling you, my man, it's not as hard as people make it out to be. If you learn some skills, like your 3 to 6 months of actual coding skills, and you've put your nose to the grindstone and you put in the work and you actually work hard, you will succeed. You will be able to help everyone who is behind you, who has 1 month of experience and 2 months and 3 months and 4 months. You'll be able to help them all. You really need to be just one step ahead of the other person. In the movie Catch Me If You Can, which I think is based on true events, this one guy was teaching this, what is it? Sociology, right? He's teaching like a sociology class, an advanced one, which he didn't know about, and he was trying to fake act like this big professor, and nobody caught him ever, and he taught the entire semester there, and he wasn't the real professor. And when they asked him, like, how were you able to get away with that? How'd you do that? He said, I always just read one page ahead of the students, and then I would teach that as a lesson. That is usually what teaching can be. It doesn't mean you have to be a fraud. It just means that if you're one step ahead, you're actually even more relevant to the person who's behind you, because you know the mistakes they make, you know what they feel, and you just learned it yourself. So you might actually be the best teacher. My teacher, who was the best teacher for me in chess, he actually sucked in chess. I became better than him after 1 month, but he was actually the most amazing teacher because he inspired me to become an incredible chess player. I'm top 1% now in a very short amount of time in the world. So that's what I would say. Like really, like learn those skills really well. And then once you learn the skills, teach. And teaching will help you boost up your side income, and you will be able to make $1,000 to $2,000 extra a month, if not more, in income. And then you don't have to, because if you're taking an income from your parents, you'll have to do what they're saying as well. So if you start making your own income, you can then start to make your own decisions. You can still love your parents, and you can still make them really happy, but you have to make your own decisions. If I was getting money from my parents, I wouldn't be able to make the decision to drop out of college, to go all into Clever Programmer, and to start this company and to start teaching coding at scale. But because I was making my own money, I was able to make my own decision, because if I took the L, it would be my L. It would be my loss, and it would have nothing to do with my parents. So you have to own up to that responsibility. So, you really want to make it come true, bro? Start hustling, grinding, build the thing on those platforms. This way you'll be improving your coding skills, you'll be making an income, you'll be like freelancing, okay? And you're getting education at the same time. That's what I would say for you, bro. Okay. Hey Kazi, you know my long comments. Yep, Aurelian. Wouldn't be sure I could make a short video getting to the point. Would need time to go over it. Right now I'm a bit just got fired for working 24/7. Aurelian, you don't need to make a video. You can do a voice message just like they did. And also, can you guys actually hear the voice message when I play it from the phone? So Hilder, nice. That was a great question, my man. Cool. Great. Okay, guys, I think this gives me some ideas in terms of making new content. I think interviews would be really, really helpful. Okay, perfect. You guys can hear it. So I think interviews with developers would be really helpful. I want to do. So Nick Rodriguez, this will be on my podcast. I'll drop the link to my podcast. And you guys can get this podcast on Spotify or kind of wherever you want. So I'll drop that Whoops. What the? Whoa.
We refer to this variable as a parameter. So,
I wonder where my live stream went. Did it just vanish? I mean, I know, guys, I'm still live, but I just can't see where it is. So let me go and take a look at that. Damn. Okay, I can see the chat now. So yeah, I'll drop that in the comments below. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, what the? Jesus. I keep doing this thing where it keeps popping me out of it. Okay.
sorry.
I will just drop this here and just hit enter. Podcast. There. So this is the podcast. I've dropped the link, and you guys can sign up for the podcast or whatever. It's on I think it's on iTunes and Spotify and Google and whatever is the best platform that you use. So those questions that I'm answering will be on that podcast, and you guys can hear them there. So there you go. Love your videos. Thank you, Jeremy Board. I appreciate it. Okay, Nathaniel says maybe your thought process on solving problems better. You're solving real world problems like in projects or other serious stuff. Okay, great. I'll document something on that. Frankie, we can work on a project where I am actually doing a coding project and we can document it like a vlog style.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Tangible.
yeah, so maybe it might even take a few days, but I think it might actually make for good content. All right, Aurelian, you got your Instagram? Let me see if anybody has any other questions that they dropped in. Okay. Okay, guys, awesome. I think this was great. It gives me a good idea for where to focus. I'm gonna do definitely interviews. I will do coding shows. I think even going live once a week could be really great while making the podcast from that, and answering your guys' questions on a weekly basis would be awesome. I'll have Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube up. I'm thinking Saturday 12 p.m. Los Angeles time would be a great time for that. So I'm going to start doing that. I want to connect with you guys a lot more on a weekly basis and try to help out and drop as much freelancing advice as I can. My goal is to help you guys really start your freelancing careers and start making that income on the side and boost it up. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. My course Earn 1K with Python is also now going to be closing in just a few days, in like 3 days. So if you're on my mailing list, consider joining that program. Other than that, thank you guys. I love your face. This is Kazi, and I'll see you in the next video.